St. Lanka and Sons Toys, and the boys are resting this morning, but Daddy thought that I would get out our Star Wars Phantom of the Menace figures, and we have Qui-Gon Jinn here. These are reissues. Their articulation is nothing to go crazy about, but I still do like these, and I'm a big fan of Star Wars. The Phantom Menace, the first 3 movies in the series, but not the first 3 that came out, I got to watch as a teenager, and I really enjoyed them. With this Qui-Gon Jinn, this is him in the package. We have one that we're keeping brand new, sealed. And we had him imported. He is a reissue, but cool figure nonetheless. He does come with his robe and a little cover for it as well. Then Qui-Gon also comes with this little piece from the movie where it shows where he's talking to Watto about their ship. He also has a communicator from the movie, and he has an extra faceplate, which is kind of a funny one to me, the way he has his mouth open. But then he also comes with this lightsaber accessory, which if he doesn't have it ignited, there is a little peg right here. Let me see if I can get it slotted in properly, that you can put on his waist. So that's neat. And I just dropped it. There it goes. He also comes with this effect, lightsaber effect, that can peg into his lightsaber hilt. And then he also has these different sets of hands. He has fist hands, he has his lightsaber holding hands, some force hands, open palm hands, grasping hands for things. And actually, on our Obi-Wan Kenobi, I had a hard time putting these hands on Obi-Wan Kenobi that came with him, especially getting his lightsaber, because it has a little bit more rounded tip to slide down in the, not the fist hands, but the lightsaber hands. I couldn't get it to go all the way through, and I didn't want to break it. But Obi-Wan also comes with Qui-Gon's lightsaber, and it slid down in his hands just fine. And Obi-Wan also came with his lightsaber that you can attach to his hilt. But the hands I have on Obi-Wan right now are actually Qui-Gon's extra hands. So Qui-Gon came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of hands, basically, counting his fist hands. And then Obi-Wan came with 1, 2, 3, 4 different sets of hands, if you count his different ones. And then he also has the neutral face that came on him in the package. Let me get my camera set back down. Now, as far as like articulation goes for Qui-Gon, his head, it tilts back really well. Down, it does also, except his hair sticks out. That can be a little annoying. It is flexible though. Then as far as tilting, you get enough range out of it, but it does make his hair flare up. Then for his shoulders, you can get them up to about horizontal, but due to the way that the shoulders are done, they won't go up all the way. And it also makes it a little complicated the way that these parts are to maneuver the hand or the elbows and things to do certain things. But this figure was a reissue from, I think it was 2016, but everything still works good. You just don't get quite the art. Whoop, and then I popped his arm off. Quite the articulation you do with, like, say, the Dragon Ball figures or Chainsaw Man, things like that. But we have his green lightsaber in right there. That looks good. And for bending back, you don't get a whole lot of range. Forward, you get enough. But his utility belt, it looks really cool. Nice details. Paint on it. Little snaps and buttons are painted. You can see the little details right there. That's really cool. Pouch for his communicator that he comes with. And all this stuff is flexible. So it makes it to where you can move his legs fairly decent. And kick forward. And he'll kick back too, but it's off to the side. And this is the part that most aggravated me, mostly about Obi-Wan. But his feet, they go forward okay. Down, not very much. You do have a toe hinge, and it's actually one of the better ones. It's not too bad. You get your thigh swivel, of course, and you get your knee, and it doesn't look too awful. Still not great, but it doesn't look too bad. And that's about it for Qui-Gon. I mean, he looks good. Most of it's kind of a soft plastic other than his sleeves. I think a rubber or a softer plastic on this would be better if they ever do a new figure of him. Then maybe they can get some more details and articulation out of him. Now for Obi-Wan Kenobi, we have this little open mouth face that came with him extra that we put on. And his articulation is basically the same as Qui-Gon's. You're not going to get a whole lot of range out of the shoulders or elbows, but enough that, you can at least get them into some decent poses. And this is his lightsaber. And like I said, these hands right here came from Qui-Gon. I had an easier time getting them in and getting him to be able to hold his lightsaber, so I used that one instead. But his tilting back and forward is about the same. And you got soft plastic down here. And his belt is very nicely detailed as well. He's got gold on his, and then some silver up front. Looks really good, like that. His knees are pretty horrible looking, but they are functional. You can get decent range out of the splits. You get a thigh swivel, but not a whole lot of movement. Sorry if my hand gets in the way, everybody. But this right here is what aggravates me the most with him. Let's see if I can. You see how that piece of plastic isn't tucked into the foot? I can't get an ankle rocker out of it at all. This one is so much worse. You see how it's pulled out? If I try to turn it, it will not turn at all. I'm going to try to mess with it, see if I could get it to do something different. Sorry guys, keep hitting the... But I'm not able to get it to tilt in at all. It's like it's kicked to the side constantly. And it makes it really difficult for me to pose him in like a dynamic pose. But This is our copy of him that we're keeping sealed for our collection. Nice packaging. Reissue. But yeah, now we got those in our collection. We are going to pre-order Darth Vader from The New Hope, and a Stormtrooper, and C-3PO, and R2-D2, and we already have Luke Skywalker. We just don't have 2. But we're going to get these posed up in our display with our Darth Maul. And we're going to just collect Star Wars figures from the first movie to the Return of the Jedi. So from Phantom Menace to Return of the Jedi. We're not going to get any of the figures from the newer movies because Daddy's not really into them. But I think we got a nice little, dogs are barking, little collection of figures that we're starting to do different other than our Dragon Ball and Marvel and stuff. And Christian put Denji and Pochita on their display. Got him sitting there doing wild stuff. So, and we got Reno down here, and we're going to add Mina and Kikaru and Kaiju 9 once the pre-orders drop tomorrow. We're going to get those Star Wars and Kaiju 9 figures pre-ordered as well. So expect many more things coming from us soon, and for this room to get even more full. But everybody have a great day. The dogs are barking and wanting to go outside. So thanks for watching our video. The boys will probably get me to make one later. But everyone have a blessed day and take care. And if you ever need anything else from our eBay site or anything like that, just ask. I'll try to work with people best that I can. But everyone have a great day and God bless. St. Lanka and Sons Toys out. Kamehameha!